Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want...
Menu narration option is set to off.
Want you outside of it at all? Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
On first down, Watson forced out to his left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 54.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Play action for Miller. Now Watson buying time to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Carson there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Well, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 45 yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Looking to throw on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12. Wilson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Miller. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Watson.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're going for it. It's Watson, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision is not. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Third and long. It's Wilson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
On second and 11 now. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Watson off play action. They'll roll him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. This is caught. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Being chased out left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touch.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind.
Third quarter action now. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 27, Wilson steps away. He'll run it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. He's coming up right there. Double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 55, zoom. Coming to you. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Check 50. Shoot. 50 points down, he's coming. Check. Fresno. Down and go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson forced out to his left. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. On 1st down, Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 5 now. Watson and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down. Watson buying time to his left. On first down, Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A beautiful fake. It's complete to Hopkins. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Watson on 1st down. It's complete. It's Miller. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Watson dancing to his left. And he will have a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it cost him. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some space here.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick. Going the other way. set. 54 Mike.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So the victory here for Seattle.